Hello everyone, welcome to today's section of the summary for Sabbath school, and I hope you had a lovely week. Anyway, so today we're going to be talking about a lovely topic for the week, and what is it? Justification by faith. What's that? Actually, many of us have been asking, what is justification? What is faith? But it's a very, very simplified version of what you can talk about. So we're going to talk about it. Now, we're going to center this topic on a very lovely verses. Or chapter in the Bible, and we're going to go to Romans chapter 3, verse 19 to 28. I think you should read that, or should I read it with you? Because actually, each topic we have in each day is centered on this verse. Verse open to Romans chapter 3, verse 19 to 28. Now it says, "Now we know that whatever the law says, it says to those who are under the law, so that every mouth may be silenced and the whole world held accountable to God. Therefore, no one will be declared righteous in his sight by observing the law. Rather, through the law, we become conscious of sin." Note of that. "But now a righteousness from God, apart from law, has been made known, to which the law and the prophets testify. This righteousness from God comes through faith in Jesus Christ to all who believe. There is no difference, for all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God, and are justified freely by his grace through the redemption that came by Jesus Christ. God presented him as a sacrifice of atonement through faith in his blood. He did this to demonstrate his justice, because in his forbearance he had left the sins committed beforehand unpunished. He did it to demonstrate his justice at the present time, so as to be just and the one who justifies those who have faith in Jesus. Where then is boasting? It is excluded. On what principle? On that of observing the law? No, but on that of faith. For we maintain that a man is justified by faith, apart from observing the law." And that is where our memory verse comes in. And it says that, "Therefore we conclude that man is justified by faith and not by the law." Now let's go to our first lesson. This is just a summary of, we read the Bible verse that covers Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So now, Monday says the righteousness of God. What really is righteousness? Righteousness, as everybody just say, simply is being right with God. What does it mean to be right with God? Is it by law or by faith? Now, you can't be righteous if you do not have faith in God, if you do not believe in what you want to believe. Example, I want to be right with you. You're my girlfriend, you're my boyfriend, and babe, I want to be right with you. You can't be right with that person if you don't place that on the seat of trust, if you don't place that on the seat of, I believe in you, whatever you do, I believe. And how do you get that thing? It is in the scene of being under the covering of grace. Now let me put a scenario here so that you'll be able to understand what it means to be like, what it means, when we say righteousness of God, what we really want to explain about that. Now, let's put our imagination on this thing, like, we have a courtyard being placed, you're in the court, and then you have the judge, and then you're being brought in, dun dun dun, and then they bring you, and you're like, "What is the offense of this person? My lord, the accused has committed so nonsense." And then he's like, "Okay." And then the other person, "My lord," let's say that's Jesus Christ, "forgive him, for he has not committed any sin. He is free. My blood was shed on the cross of Calvary. Remember, my Lord." And then the devil is like, "No, let me tell you what he did. Is it not written in your law that you're not to commit fornication? But this sister, she comes to church, she raises her hand and she's singing, and yet she is committing sin. Your law says, do not commit adultery." And Jesus is like, "My Lord, remember you substituted their sins for me on the cross. Please have mercy." Now, justification comes into place when the Lord, the King of all kings, the judge, accepts and the plea of Jesus, who is the one standing in for the accuser, and like, "Fine, you are justified." And that's where grace comes in. People define grace as what you don't deserve being given to you. You don't deserve mercy. You don't deserve favor. You don't deserve being forgiven when you are at wrong. But yet you have been given that grace. That is what righteousness of God comes in. Hope you understand. Righteousness. So you can't let go of righteousness. You can't let go of justification, and you can let go of grace. So you need all of them together, because that's like the wrap up of everything. So let's continue. And then the second one says, by his grace. Not just a power of grace. by his grace. You can't do anything. There's a part in the Bible that says that it is the righteousness from God. That's verse 22. This righteousness from God comes through faith in Jesus Christ to all who believe. And then verse 24 says, and are justified freely by his grace through the redemption that came by Jesus Christ. You are not justified by your own works. You are not justified by what you do for God or anything. It is just by the grace of God. So when you come to church and when you see a brother that maybe doesn't really come to church, or you know that he's not so aligned in the things of Lord, and you come and then you're not like, God, because I've been working for you and everything, I know that I am justified. No, my brother, that's not it. It is only because of God's grace. Because see, where would you have been if not because of his grace that saved you to be where you are right now? So don't judge other people. Everybody has their own ways to be there. The next one is the righteousness of Christ. We also talked about that. I don't know why that is a repetition, but that's what you have for your Wednesday. So still talking of righteousness. And then we go to the next one, which is without the deeds of the law. You know one funny thing with laws? Like, you know, we all say laws are meant to be broken. Well, please don't take that for granted. well, actually, yes, laws are meant to be broken. I beg you. But really, if you break them, they all have their consequences. Because imagine, okay, like, let me just see one day. I went to the immigration office to get my international passport. So as I was waiting for my passport now, they now said Nigeria wants to sleep, or Nigeria is about to sleep by 6 p.m. I'm like, I don't understand what that is. And they made all of us to stand. That if we move, they are going to shoot. I thought they were joking. One man moved, my God. They actually put that guy on serious punishment. He was from jumping. And I was like, what? So Nigeria can sleep. So when would they wake up? 6 a.m., Abby? But I got to understand that, you see, laws are commands that you have to follow diligently. And when you go against it, they all have their own consequences. Do you understand? But now, because you are justified by God, and because of the grace, you deserve to be punished because you go against the law of God. But that is where the Lord stands in and says, you know what, my child, come to me. I know you're wrong. I know you've done everything wrong. You've gone against my rule. But because of this grace, I put my grace upon you. Because I love you, I put my grace upon you, that you will not get the right punishment for this consequence, for this action. Therefore, you know what you're going to do? Please, don't go back again. This is the right path. Come back. Can you imagine how lovely God is? That even when we do the wrongest things in this world, imagine Paul. We have many examples, even living examples in our life today, that have gone and that have done the wrongest things. I think that's the correct English. I don't know. But to tell the depth of how bad it is, they've done the bad and baddest, badder, everything, but yet they do not deserve punishment. And you see that God still calls them out of darkness. But let me just tell you, even though the grace of the Lord is upon them, be careful not to trample upon that grace anyhow. Because don't also forget that as far as our God is a loving God, He is also a consuming fire. So don't joke with that grace. Because you are justified by faith and the grace of God is upon you, you should please don't joke with it. So with all this is actually a summary of all we have to do for the Sabbath school today. I hope you learned a lot. Please stay tuned for next.